Yeah, 1 and 1 is 2, and 2 is 2 is 4. 3 and 3 is 6, so now let's try some more.
Question number 1, use synthetic division to find the remainder of x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x plus 3 for the factor of x minus 3. To use synthetic division, I have a binomial, so I'm going to set it equal to 0. Therefore, the 3 that I get here is a 3 as my divisor. The numbers I write for synthetic division are the coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers in front. 1, 2, -4, and 3. Remember, if you are missing a term, you're going to have to do a placeholder. So if you, for example, if I put my finger over -4x, that would be 1, 2, 0, and 3. So the placeholder would be 0x if I covered up that part. To use synthetic division, you're going to bring down the first term, you're going to multiply 3 times 1, you put that number here, and then you're going to add down. 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 times 5 is 15, -4 plus 15 is 11, 3 times 11 is 33, and you add those, you get 36.
Each expression a polynomial. So a couple of things here. Remember, the exponents should be whole numbers, so that means no negatives. That's really messy. Fractions or variables, like 2 to the x power. That's an example. Or x to the 1/2, or x to the -3. Does that make sense? Okay. So here, this one looks good. This is a polynomial. Okay, you can have a fraction as the leading coefficient, so that's fine. That one's a polynomial. This last one there, I see a negative exponent, and that's what we just set up here. So this one is not a polynomial. Okay, number 11. What is the sum? So we already know sum is plus, and you can just move all this and line them up to be like terms, we call them. And I'm doing this vertically stacked, which I think is way better. Now all I have to do is add the numbers in front. Add the numbers in front. So this would be 16x to the third. Notice the exponent here does not change. Okay? -4 plus 2 gives me positive 2x squared. That is 8x, and this would be a positive 4. And response number 11 is A.
Use each quotient using polynomial long division. Write the dividend as the product of the divisor and the quotient plus the remainder. So same thing we did above. X goes into 2x cubed. 2x cubed is 2 times x times x times x. There's the leading one, x. Cancel my x's, you're left with 2x squared. Multiply. Okay, a lot of you guys struggle with that subtraction here. Use your calculator. 2 minus 2 is 0. -1 minus -4. So let's just say, like, you don't know how to get that, right? Negative. Did you guys notice what button I pressed? Remember, these are the math operations, and this is the negative button. So, -1 minus, subtracting, -4. The answer is 3. Bring down -13x. X goes into 3x squared. Your answer is 3x. Multiply 3x times x gives me 3x squared. 3x times -2 is -6x. You're subtracting. 3 minus 3 is 0. -13 minus -6, that becomes a plus sign. So -13 plus 6 is a -7x. Bring it down. X goes into -7x, -7 times. Multiply. Okay. I would probably say about 70% of students got this part wrong right here. So if you got it right, good job for you. Negative 6 minus positive 14, which reads negative 6 minus 14 is negative 20. How do you write this as a product? Again, you're taking your dividend, what's in the inside, as a product of the divisor, that's on the outside, and the quotient, which is our answer, plus the remainder. Okay. Some of you guys struggled on this part. The remainder in this problem is negative 20. So it goes right there next to the quotient. I ran out of space. So it should read 2x squared plus 3x minus 7, and this is negative, and then 20 over the divisor. And that would be your full credit problem. If you got something correct, like you got a 2x squared here, I put a check above it and gave you at least partial credit. Usually the common mistake was down here. A lot of you guys just missed your, or the product.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's paper, nor anything that he has. I love math.